Time now for our daily look at the French press here with Diptyque Laurent, who joins me on set. And Dipty, we're starting out with the French President Emmanuel Macron's trip to French Guiana this Thursday.
That's right. The French president is heading to South America for a 3-day trip. He's arriving this Thursday and leaving on Saturday. He'll be visiting French Guiana, which is actually an overseas department of France. Now, this trip comes 6 months after social unrest really paralyzed the country. Guyana is on the precipice of exploding. That's what L'Opinion, the right-wing paper, says on its front page. And on its front page, you'll see a cartoon of Emmanuel Macron alongside Jean-Claude Juncker, who will also be accompanying him on this trip in a canoeing boat. It's a scene that actually resembles the front page of Tintin and the Broken Ear when Tintin goes to South America.
Love that book.
Well, there you go. Indeed, for L'Opinion, Macron's visit is strategic and really a show of support.
But things, though, aren't all that rosy, at least not given what's been reported in the Guyana press locally.
Well, France Guiana, which is a local paper there, says the president of the Association of the Mayors in Guyana, so the Mayors Association there, well, his name is David Richet. He's vowing to boycott Macron's visit. He, alongside other mayors, are furious that the French president is coming to Guyana, but not really addressing the issues that caused the social unrest earlier this year. Rather, Macron's visit will be more about image. He'll be visiting a spatial center and attending an EU conference as well.
Okay, let's stay in South America for this next story. Le Parisien reports that the first, quote, environmental-friendly rally is taking place there.
Well, when I explain this story to you, you might be questioning just how environmentally friendly this rally is. But anyway, the idea is great. The so-called Green Rally starts in Argentina and is the brainchild of Sam Rutherford, who's a former pilot for the British Air Force. He took part in the anti-narcotics operations in the US during the 90s. Well, from drugs to ecology, Rutherford is now organizing an eco-rally which ordinary citizens can participate in, and they'll be chosen in a sort of lottery draw to sit beside a pilot in a biplane.
And they're planning to cross South and Central America to raise awareness about the environment.
Well, here's the map of exactly what they're going to do. They're starting in Ushuaia in Argentina. Over 42 days, they'll be crossing 19 countries, starting in South America, going to Central America, and finally arriving in Lakeland in Florida in the US. Now, the idea is that as they fly over these countries, there'll be seed bombing. So they'll be dropping grains which will germinate as soon as they hit the ground. The idea is to fight back against deforestation. It is open to the public. You have until next Tuesday to throw your name in the hat for a chance to fly over South America and help the environment in the process. Although I'm not quite sure if all that plane fuel is necessarily good for the atmosphere.
Let's finish now with someone who knows more than me. Even though I'm fast approaching 40, there is someone who's older than me, and that's France's oldest living person.
Have you just publicly announced how old you are, Thomas?
Almost.
Well, you're much younger than our next person. Sister André, she is France's oldest living person. She'll be 114 years old next February. And she actually became France's oldest person last week. Sister André says one of her best memories in life was the end of the First World War in 1918. Indeed, she is one of the few people alive to have lived through both world wars. She's also witnessed the evolution of cars, the first airplanes to take off, and says now she regrets not being able to read, write, or knit, because indeed she's in a wheelchair and is blind, but is in good health otherwise. Not surprisingly, her key to a long-lasting life, being guided by God.
A very colourful 114 years there. Diptyque Laurent with the French Press Review. Thank you very much. I'm back after this short break with the latest headlines and world news. We'll also be bringing you our Focus Report, which this Thursday zooms in on a new wave of anti-establishment protests that have taken place in Ukraine, with the former Georgian President Mikhail Saakashvili rallying those demonstrators and branding himself as the anti-corruption antidote to President Poroshenko. Do stay with us. Live from Paris continues here on France 24.